Yay!
Are we live?
We're live. Are we
live?
live?
I'm gonna put my tie on straight.
Nice. Very, very form-fitting.
Yes.
We are live, you guys. Hello. You are watching Sideshow, and welcome to another episode of See It, Win It.
Boom, boom. See it and
like
win it.
Joshy G would have like a better intro song to See It, Win It. Like I just kind
He
of
would just start doing one of these.
I don't know. I don't have that talent. Only he can do it. I don't want to take that away
Doing the
from him.
worm.
But you guys, welcome to the show. I am your host, Wendy Lee, and today I am with Paul and
Hi,
Maddie.
everyone.
Say hi.
Hi, guys. Hello.
It is so good to see you guys' faces. And I love your backgrounds because I don't have the mine. We've already discussed this off camera, but when I put on a background, it looks really weird. Like it makes me look like I have no mouth.
I mean, but all things considered, though, that background's super nice compared to like what the backgrounds of like some other people's homes look like, including mine.
I feel this is like my super girly. I feel like I should have turned on the lights and make it a real party.
Ooh, next time you could turn those into like Death Stars.
Next time we'll do that. We'll do that. But you guys, today what we're here for, and what you are here for, is we're going to be taking a look at the Obi-Wan Mythos 6-scale figure by Sideshow. And because this show is called See It, Win It, we are also going to be giving this figure away. What? So make sure you guys stay tuned because Maddie is going to be dropping a link to the Gleam site that we're going to be using a little later in the show. Not right now. Hold your horses. Stay tuned, and it's going to be coming later. Then they're looking in the chat. They're like, blah, blah, blah.
Right? I'm typing too, so they're probably like, oh, she's dropping it now. No.
I don't think so. Guys, we just got started. We're like 2 minutes past 4. So hold your horses. We have to show you the figure and everything too. So this Gleam contest is going to end tonight at midnight. So make sure you stay with us for the duration of the show and make sure that you're entering this before midnight because you don't want to miss out on this. I'm also, because I'm feeling extra super nice, I'm also going to be giving you guys a secret code that's going to give you 1,000 entries in the Gleam contest. And what that code is, I'll tell you later. Later. That's not the code. I will tell you later, so you guys have to stay tuned for that. And for those of you who don't know, we are currently live, not just here, we're live on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and yes, the Let Your Geek Side Show Facebook group. And if you're not a part of it, you should be. I am, Paul is, Maddie is, we're all a part of it. It's a really fantastic community, and there's plenty of like exclusive news, exclusive giveaways. They have one that's going on that's like the Unextraordinary unboxing giveaway, right? Where you unbox an everyday item. It could be like toothpaste, frozen waffles. I don't know. What would you guys unbox?
What would mine? Geez, it would probably be like some random thing that I ordered on Amazon. Like you guys want to see me unbox these Q-tips that I need for the next 6 months? that would probably be it, or some form of like Chinese food. Maybe.
Oh no, don't do that. That's dangerous because that's gonna make me want to like, can I come over for dinner?
Please, we've got plenty.
Now I'm hungry. If like I ordered a pizza, that would be my like everyday.
Oh, that's a good one.
Unbox. Be like, yeah, pepperoni and cheese, because that's how basic I get with my pizza. What about you, Madison? What would you unbox?
I just ordered hair dye that I think I just got. So I think I would actually just unbox that box and be like, look at all my pretty colors that I just bought.
Nice. I love it. So you guys make sure you are checking out the Let Your Geek Side Show Facebook group. There's tons of things going on. And the Unextraordinary unboxing giveaway, you can enter to win the Iron Man Mark 7 6-scale figure by Hot Toys. That's a pretty good prize.
Yeah,
I would like.
That's a good suit.
Mm-hmm. And also, since we're talking about giveaways, we're going to be going live at 4 p.m. PST every day, and there's going to be a giveaway every day in every episode, in every show. So you're like, okay, that's too much information. How can I kind of like stay on top of all this? So you can. It's really easy. You can just go on all of our social channels, like at Sideshow Collectibles on Instagram, or at Collect Sideshow on Twitter to see the schedules of our show so you don't miss out on any of the giveaways. And trust me, you don't want to miss out on all of this. I feel like people are like, oh, Instagram, Twitter, hold on.
They're just waiting, yeah.
And yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and people, I did peek over at the chats a little bit. Yeah, so the reason that we do that that secret code is to, as someone had mentioned, to reward people that are watching, because we will drop that later, as well as the link a little bit later. Is Madison? Madison's here for me. Where's she for you, Wendy?
She's
She
here. No, here.
Right there. Yeah. Per.
I'm right below.
Wait. Oh, there we go.
I'm below both of you. There
Yes.
we go.
Find the Madison. Where is she?
Find
like finding
Madison.
The
It would be like, where's
See,
Waldo?
she's behind me on the off somewhere.
You have to hit
Yes.
you have to hit like one of those poses.
Right?
Just try to blend in with the 6 scales behind you.
That's
Like
not
that.
the secret code. People are like, is that
No.
the secret code? No,
No.
you guys will. I'll be nice and I'll make sure I like say it loud and clear so you guys aren't guessing. We also actually have more challenges and giveaways too. We have the Terry Smith's Sideshow Poser Challenge on our social channels, with the current one ending tonight. So make sure you guys check that out as well. I'm so excited. I hope you guys have all the info. If you guys need us to kind of like repeat what some of the info, just let us know or let Madison know in the chat, and we will go ahead and repeat so we can ensure that you guys are doing all the right things to get the prizes for the giveaway. So should we get started? Should we actually show off this Obi-Wan Mythos 6-scale figure? Is it time?
I was going to, but I decided that I won, and I'm going to keep it in my house. So
You
thanks
don't
for
have
watching,
the secret
guys.
code, so
Oh, I don't. I don't. It's so secret. I don't even know it. So
you just enter like random numbers.
Type in random words,
Star Wars 1.
You cancel out
Star
your
Wars
own, your own
2.
entry. Password.
Password 1,
That
2,
could be
3.
your password.
It
Yeah.
could be it. It could be Hoth turret. It's right. It's right there.
I
Yeah.
mean, you're just guessing. I can
Yeah.
tell you
I am.
for
Yeah.
sure that those are not
all right.
correct.
Well. All right. Let's get into this figure.
Yeah.
This is again, guys. We're going to be taking a look at the 6-scale Obi-Wan Mythos by a little company called Sideshow.
What?
They're
that
going
one more time.
places.
Louder for the people in the back.
By a little company called Sideshow. We're going to be taking a look at the 6-scale Obi-Wan Mythos figure. This Sideshow company, they're going places. So
They're going places.
You're going to want to get in on this.
Keep your eyes on them. So
All right,
what
guys.
I really like about this figure is that it's based on Alec Guinness in A New Hope, and it's
Yes.
just like it's the very first Star Wars movie that, like, I know people watch Star Wars, out of order, but for me that was the very first movie. So that was my intro to Obi-Wan Kenobi in that movie, and it was Alec Guinness, and so this one means a lot.
Yeah, I mean he's kind of, for a lot of people, the face of Star Wars. I mean, there's so many, I think, iconic, I would say, wordless moments of just Alec Guinness being Alec Guinness that people look at. And
Yeah.
we were talking before the show, like I will never ever claim that Star Wars is my jam, but like even I know how iconic Alec Guinness is, and that's why he was the inspiration behind this Mythos piece.
Yeah.
So to get started, here's the box, guys. As you can see.
Ooh, look at that. Even the box is so sleek.
Yeah, and
Love
so it being you can see his face sculpt there, apparently being a mixture of Alec Guinness and Ewan McGregor. Yeah.
Best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds.
For real.
And there's the box there, guys. There you go, the official seal.
Yeah.
I really love one thing I think
How it
that
feels.
so not only the way that it feels, but I think a lot of an unsung hero in a lot of these graphic arts boxes is the color scheme, like the palette. Like I really like the dark palette of it. There's like this gray here against like this black. It kind of makes the rest of the figure like pop. Like you can see even before you really look at the figure, like all of the great accents that are here, like his tunic. I mean everything.
Yeah.
And then this is on the back there. I'll show it off as best as possible.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's great. I mean,
Look
honestly,
how detailed that is, and that's just the photo. That we're not even looking at the actual figure yet.
and then once you open it up, there is some art around the box as well.
Wow.
Yeah, there's plenty to love here before you even. Sorry, it's like vacuum sealed basically. There you go.
Oh, I wasn't expecting it because halfway through I was like, I don't know what I'm seeing. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a great reveal.
Yeah, check that out.
Look at
So
that.
this is just the box, guys. We haven't even looked at the figure
Awesome.
yet.
Ugh.
And then you have, of
Do
course,
a giveaway for just the box by itself.
just the box, yeah.
Just in the box. That's all.
So, like, I'm pretty sure, like, it's just gonna be me keeping these with this part just cut out and be like, hey, you said you'd win it. We didn't say you're getting the box. So that's his Clone War or his Tatooine Desert pack, however
Oh
you want to look at it.
wow.
But
This little nomad pack.
his Nomad pack, yeah. And then
Yeah.
on the inside, we have like some more of the 6 scale photography there, and this is actually removable.
Ooh. So you don't just get the figure inside the box, you kind of get a bit of artwork too.
Oh, 100%. I mean, we've seen, I know with from people who tag us in certain things that they will find ways to get this as just like the background for the 6 scale piece.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you might as well utilize like every single piece of the box. It's great.
Yeah. I 100% agree, and I love it when figures come in these, like, it's more than just the box. You kind of want to keep it, you know what I mean? It's like, whether it's, I'm not saying keep the figure in the box, I display your figure, but the box can kind of be its own art as well.
Oh, I think you brought up a good a hot topic there.
Why?
Do you keep figures like in boxes? Like, I mean, you have 6 scales. I know Madison has 6 scales. I have 6 scales.
No, I don't keep them in boxes. I feel like
Neither do I.
I understand why people do it.
Yeah.
And I'm not against it. Like, if that's their aesthetic, that's their figure, so do what you will. But I like mine out. I want to, like, kind of walk by and maybe change the pose, you know, change out the portrait and things like that. So I actually did that to Wonder Woman the other day, because now that it's hot out, I have the one from Justice League, so I took the cloak off.
Oh, okay.
And I was like,
yeah,
it's summer, it's time. It's
like
time.
let her, yeah.
Way too hot on
Seasonal Wonder Woman.
It's springtime in Themyscira right now. Yeah,
so you can do that with the Obi-Wan Mythos ones, kind of like, it's too hot. Let's just, like, maybe the backpack comes off.
Yeah, when the backpack's off, you know, he's in vacation mode, listening to whatever the Star Wars equivalent of like Jimmy Buffett is.
The Cantina tune.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to hum it for copyright reasons, but it's like a little jam in the desert.
We can all hear it though.
Yeah,
it's so iconic. We can hear it.
We all know exactly what the song is.
And then
exactly.
Here's it's a pretty great standard base. There's the bottom of the base there with the, you know, I think people know what this is. They've heard of the Star Wars before. You know, they're popular. It's familiar. And I, you know, one thing that I really do love is like this simplistic nature of the base, because it really allows, like, and I'll do my best to show it if possible, but like when you see like the figure on the base and you see the boots up against like the black base, it kind of makes the boots pop as well too. It comes with a ton of accessories, guys. It does not come with Obi-Wan already having like the pack on. I did put that on, which is actually really simple.
We actually saw your process of it.
Yeah, and they saw me. You say process, I say my struggle. I was not. I was not graceful by any means. I've actually unboxed this figure before, and I was lucky enough that they're like, "Oh, we already put the backpack on for you," so I was spoiled. And but now I understand like the strength and the patience it takes. But it's actually super easy to put on. There are little clips right here, guys. You can probably see them. They actually are operational, so you can remove them. And what I did is I just removed one of them and put the arm in and then attached it back up. But again, this is an insane piece. We'll go here. Like look at his
the
boots there.
Jedi boots.
Yeah, I mean, this is fantastic.
So
and I know since people are gonna ask about that shred there.
I was literally just gonna ask you. I was like, can we see?
Oh, look at the boots there. Look really good. We can just get my face out of the picture. I mean, this is a shining example of like some of our Mythos pieces. This one's fantastic.
Yeah.
You
know, the first time I actually saw, before I saw the physical figure, I actually, because I have it at home, the Collecting a Galaxy book.
Oh, and great book.
That figure is featured in there amongst all the other figures from Star Wars. So it's like really cool to see you kind of holding it and posing it, as opposed to like, you know, like the book, which is beautifully photographed, and it's like they're kind of in their standard poses. So I kind of like having the comparison.
And there are really, I mean, there's so much here. Like is, I mean, I know we have people here. I know yourself, Wendy, and I know Madison. You guys are much bigger Star Wars fans than me. So like even like looking at this is it's got to be incredible because there are so many nods to Obi-Wan, you know, as a character.
Yeah.
So for some people that may not be super aware, what the Mythos line is for Sideshow, it's basically what could have been but never was. I really liked how our team kind of explained that with this. So this by no means is like a canon version of Obi-Wan, but it pulls from everything that is canon. And you know, this is I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, both of you please, but this is supposed to take place between or right after Revenge and before New Hope, right? Maybe not right before New Hope, but
I think so. It's I think essentially I think it's actually after. I gotta get my timeline straight. I think it's after A New Hope, because I think he's like gonna be like wandering, Obi-Wan wandering the lands of Tatooine.
Right.
So then that would be the timeline.
Yeah, because we have a ton of like little or like smaller like Easter eggs here. I mean, we have and again I'll show you guys everything but here, but of course right up top is the I'm gonna move him here a little bit, is the pack that he has. It's his Clone Wars armor.
Oh yeah, it's so cool.
I just watched
I was gonna say
my brain has not recovered from it. It's so good.
Right. Is anyone else out there? This probably is like a rhetorical question, but like almost rhetorical, but like is everyone out there basically watching Clone Wars? And is it as amazing as Wendy is making it out to seem?
It's so good. And I thought the last episode was good. And then I watched this one. I think I just like jaw dropped the entire time.
Yeah.
Wow,
I mean,
look at that detail.
It's insane. You know, I do like that, you know, its build is basically like his survivor pack.
And you have people correcting us, sorry, about the Obi-Wan
timeline. I had a feeling.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was waiting for it.
So Obi-Wan is dead after New Hope, so it's actually right before 3 and 4.
Got it. That's why I was like, wait.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
because of the and then the
so we do have people correcting, and then we also have some people asking how to enter to win the figure again.
Okay, so not right now, but later, Madison is going to be dropping the link to the Gleam site that we're going to be using for the giveaway. So that's why you're like kind of combing through the chat and wondering why you can't enter. It's because it has not come yet, but the link will. Stay patient, and it will come. And then also, because we want to make it super exciting, I am going to be dropping a secret code that you can use for the giveaway. That's going to give you 1,000 entries to this contest for you to win this Mythos figure. I have not revealed the secret code yet. So that will
a lot of entries, guys.
Later on. I know, 1,000? Like, that's a lot.
Ooh, that is a lot.
And you're absolutely positive we can't win it?
Well, wait, can we win it? No, we can't win it. We're not allowed. You already have it, so it's like we have to make sure you hand it over.
It's a
You're
leaf,
not allowed
basically.
To keep it. Does that answer everybody's question on how they can enter the contest?
I think that helped, and then also people are saying they very much loved the Clone Wars.
Yes.
Oh, good. Yeah.
They're Apprentice. Oh, it's so good. And in case you guys are just tuning in, you are watching See It Win It, and we are live on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube, and of course on the Let Your Geek Sideshow Facebook group, which is an awesome community. If you have not joined, come over. We have cookies.
We can have him just do it.
We have Mythos. Oh, yeah, you're supposed.
This is the Facebook group you've been.
Yes, Paul. Yes.
Yeah. So I actually removed the backpack for you guys first. So you guys want to see backpack first, or you want to see Mr. Alec Guinness first?
Alec Guinness first.
Okay. So this is his. You know, we've got his Jedi tunic here, his belt, and there are some like little notches here where
little capsules.
Mm-hmm. Where did you?
I'm like peeking over like this.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I want to like look, but I can't.
We actually have his lightsaber hilt.
His lightsaber.
So we'll start there. So that's his hilt. Oh, I'm just gonna rest these on my laptop. That's a lot easier.
Major geeking out.
Right now. And here's his saber, which actually goes in. I can actually show everyone how this goes in a second. Give me. I don't want to
put Obi-Wan on the base.
Yeah. Give me. There you go. So this. You got it here. Where's my camera? this part actually comes off and it just pops off right there.
Oh, wow.
So you can put the hilt on, or you can put the saber on itself, and it keys right into there.
You gotta make the sound.
Oh,
Activate.
geez.
Careful now.
I'm down another finger. And it
happens every time.
Yeah. And this is great. I do love one of the features that I really love that I think is so underutilized in or is kind of underrated is like how the saber goes. It's really like smooth, and it's like it's like a solid saber here, but you can see at the bottom that it's a little grainier, and it actually is like showing like the
energy
of like that's where the base starts. I mean it's an awesome piece. Oh, there we go. It's
a little translucent too. It's not completely opaque.
Right? I'm actually right near my my backyard window, so the light's coming through really nicely.
Perfect.
Yeah, check
it's
that
the
out,
Force.
Guys. It is the Force.
I love it. So, what other accessories do we get with Obi-Wan?
There's
a question from Ben James asking how many hands does he come with?
Yes. So he comes with quite a few hands. So we've got
sets of hands. Yes.
Yes. So we've got the two that we've got here. This is him.
Looks like he's having a dance party. Hey.
Yeah, or he's just like, hey, I'm just passing through. I don't mean any trouble. Just passing through. So these are the hands that come attached.
Yeah.
There you could see, I mean, like the detail is incredible.
He's also super he's pretty articulate, right?
Oh, he's very I mean the articulation on him is incredible. Full 90 degrees on the arms there. Legs.
Super posable.
The knee joints are incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, and then I know if Master Poser Terry Smith is watching, he would unfollow me everywhere. We'd no longer be friends if I didn't show like the hip action or like the torso action. Like he's got great
rotation there.
Super great rotation.
Yeah, like, a little pivot.
Like the galaxy's greatest like salsa dancer. But yeah,
Obi-Wan Kenobi, a master of all.
Of all. Oh yeah, I didn't even show that. Like, I didn't even really get into like how great this like face sculpt is.
Oh my gosh, look at it. The detail on the hair, like the sculpting on the hair.
It's incredible.
So incredible.
And that's the other side of it there.
Wow.
And then
I gotta say, Obi-Wan's got great hair.
He does. He really does.
He really does. Nice and, like no balding at all.
And the hair to beard ratio, like a man can dream, you know.
Perfect. He uses the Force for that.
It's mythos.
Yeah.
But it also comes with these awesome goggles that he has. Nice. Goggles, I guess. Yeah, goggles.
Yeah, I would call them goggles.
That come with it. Now you can. It does in the instructions. It does recommend that you pop the head off and put them on, but I mean, you can really kind of just like wiggle them off if you. So I know some people, because there is no alternative head sculpt, they like to keep the integrity of the 6 scales, like the joints. So you don't have to pop the head off really to do it. Again, I've gotten to showcase this twice. I've never had to pop the head off to do it. These do not come on it. Everything basically comes like separate with it. I mean, there's just so many great things, like this little satchel here, like this little, like the pouch, the satchel. This is actually like, you can see it. You can see like the light coming through there.
Yes. I love the weathered look whenever they do that on a
figure.
Super
weathered. Yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Cool. Kind of tells like the story of what the element he's in and how long he's been in it. Yeah. And how long he's been wearing that cloak.
Yeah, I mean, this is something I think, because this is his Jedi garbs. So I mean, this is something that is like spiritually important to him. I don't think he's going to get rid of it anytime soon.
Yeah. Wow. Did we answer Ben's question about the hands? 3 pairs of hands.
Oh, I don't even think I got to the hands yet.
Wait, okay. Let's circle back, because I was just thinking about it.
So there's Obi there, and then you've got a pair of 2 hands here, and these are kind of like
they're like gripping hands,
like grip hands. There those are, and then of like fists for his punching hands
in case he gets into a brawl at the cantina.
Yeah, someone said too much blue milk.
Nice.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Nice.
And
I love how
then,
many accessories it does come. Like,
oh
and you
yeah,
can kind of like, pose as how you feel. You could be like a day-to-day switch out if you want.
yeah, like how it's like show, like those mood boards. It's like, how are you feeling today? But it's like, hey Obi, how you doing today?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then the last set of hand is like the is for the Tuscan Rifle. There.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice, nice.
Yeah, this is a great. Jeez, I mean, I
Wow.
I mean, there are people I'm sure out there that if you have this figure, please speak up and let us know. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
how do you pose it? Because this one has so much posability, as Wendy was saying. Like, it can
Mhm.
articulate so much. Like, how would like do you like more of like the like museum pose or like action pose? Like,
Yeah.
well, what do you like, Wendy? Do you like more like
I
stoic?
for Obi-Wan, I either will do lightsaber, like have him gripping a lightsaber, or maybe like the Force with the open hand. Like I like that he's
Mm,
kind of like feeling out the Force. I also wonder, like, let's say if you had your very own nomad pack, what
mhm.
would you put in it if like your whole thing is to be wandering through Tatooine, it's hot. Like what would your like ideal essential item to put in your pack?
Oh man, it would probably have to like be like an iPad so I can just read comics. And
Never go
then
without the comics.
like yeah, and then basically a lightsaber if
A
I can find
lightsaber for
out,
sure.
where I put it. I do like what is it, the moist, oh geez, what is the name? The moisture oh, my brain.
Wait,
It's
I'm trying to think of it too.
it's
Wait, I can do a quick search.
I know I'm trying to, my brain is not allowing me to, where was it? It's part of the moisture pack, but it was something else. It was oh geez, a moisture vaporizer.
Oh,
So that because you're on Tatooine, so you have to farm
so you need
moisture.
it.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true. Like
and
for
then
me, I was gonna go real basic and be like 4 bottles of water.
or bottles of water. There you go.
But then when
Yeah.
I finish it, no, you have like I feel like you like survival wise, it's better for you actually have a better grip on this because once I'm like back with the if I'm out of water, then I'm done and I have no other way to, and maybe I can go begging or steal some water, but that's
Oh,
I don't know.
and I did see. I'm sorry, guys. Vaporator, not vaporizer.
Vaporator.
Yeah, so a vaporator. And then yes,
Vaporator.
I was definitely not done with accessories because this is there's a ton here. We've got
Show
believe
us.
this is Anakin's
Anakin.
lightsaber.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
sorry.
Nice.
There we go. This is
Oh wow.
there's Anakin's lightsaber there.
Amazing. Wow.
And then we have Qui-Gon's lightsaber.
Ooh. Oh, he carries both of them around. Oh God, that's a little.
I know, right in the feels. Yeah, let's see.
Just like
I'll
when
try to
I was
get
watching
some
Clone Wars.
better
Look at the
detail on
detailing
there.
on that. Yeah. Oh wow.
There's that. There's the back of the hilt.
Oh,
And
wow.
those actually do clip on to the pack. I'll show you guys a little bit later, like where those clip on. But we also do have his macro binoculars as well.
Ooh.
These are super cool.
Wow. Obi-Wan didn't come to play. He's
Just
ready.
has everything.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a survivor.
Like I don't have just one lightsaber, even though they're not mine, but I have 3.
Yeah. And
Where are you, General Grievous?
I know he's got so many hands and so many lightsabers. Like save some
Yeah.
for the fishes, And this strap too is also almost like the same leather that like the cape and the boots feel like.
Wow.
So there's like no detail spared. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. And then the detail on some of
I love that.
there.
It looks so good.
I remember I like how confused I was. I went to or you've been to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They have like the macro binoculars there in the Sith part of the land.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I just
First Order
absolutely
camps.
I was very confused as to how to use them. You have to adjust the heck out of them. So I'm sure Obi-Wan's, a pro by now.
Yeah, he's just like every night he's like, all right, all right, on the lookout. Wow, that figure is so impressive, and I love seeing you kind of showcase it, showing us what we can do with the accessories, with the posing, what can go on, what can come off. I like that. Like there's removable elements, such as the pack.
Yeah,
So
and the
it's like you can play
pack.
with it a little bit more.
Oh yeah, and the pack itself has a ton of really cool things like
Jeez.
in it. You've got here the Tatooine, I believe they're gaffy sticks.
Oh,
They're like the melee weapons of,
wow.
or
Uh-huh.
they're Tuscan, I believe. Sorry, they're Tuscan like gaffy sticks.
Like
They're yeah, exactly. And then the Tuscan, the rifle is actually removable. I just put that in there.
oh,
Um, just to showcase for everyone. And there's like an area right there, and that's where it kind of goes on his pack. But
wow.
this rifle is really cool too. There's a lot of detail. It's solicited as like a modified because this is probably one that like Obi has used.
Well, maybe he had a run in with the Tuscan Raider and
Yeah,
it got a little damaged, so he,
Had to patch it
exactly.
up a little bit.
exactly.
Yeah, and there's like on this side too, you can see like the action chamber on it, the trigger.
Wow.
Again, all the weathering
Oh.
on the bottom and on this, like it's insane. It's absolutely insane how much is actually involved in this piece.
I'm so jealous that you have that in person.
When the world's back to normal and you're in office, we'll just play with them.
We'll just be like, all right.
It's got an interesting question from JJ Joe on YouTube. What does Obi-Wan need a rifle for? He can use the Force for everything.
Yes, that's true. But you know what's also like, what's kind of frustrating, and this is not a fact, this is just like an observation and an opinion. Every time I've watched like a Clone Wars episode or even like, in the movies where I'm like, use the Force! And they don't use the Force when they can. And I'm like, use the Force. So that kind of, I feel like kind of goes like, what does I need a rifle for when they have a lightsaber and they have the Force? So
yeah,
it's interesting.
I mean, I would assume if it was like, because he's surviving on Tatooine, if he has to hunt, maybe that maybe this
so he doesn't want to ignite his lightsaber.
Yeah, or if he's like super far from something,
that's true. That's a good point.
Because he doesn't need to use the scope on it. It doesn't have a scope because he has the macro binoculars. But I do think that like this as a where you could also use it as like maybe like a warning shot, because I don't know, and I'm definitely sure someone out there has the answer to this, but like what?
Well, if they do, chime in the chat.
Please let us know.
Yeah,
like I don't think you can like how far can you like force pull something? Like if he's hunting something to eat, like if it's like super far away, like can he force pull it from like super far?
It depends on how
far the
far
rifle be needed.
Yeah. There seems to be a lot of people are saying it's because he's trying to hide, like if using Force would draw attention. So yeah.
Oh, I think that's true. See,
everybody's trying to. Yeah, I think they're all on a concise
thank you
answer
chat.
on that.
Yes, thank you guys very, very much.
The chat always comes through.
Yes, always.
I love it.
But
I was gonna say another thing too, which is kind of like contradicting what I was thinking earlier, but like I was thinking, okay, well, maybe he wants to, have the rifle for self-defense, so he's not using his lightsaber or the Force. But then I was kind of like, but doesn't the outfit kind of give away that he's a Jedi?
That's what I was thinking. Like,
a little bit, right?
I was wondering
he could lie through his teeth and say he stole it from a Jedi.
He's actually really good, and like he's very, very convincing.
Yeah.
Yes. Like I was wondering, like if. Because this, like the robe, I don't know if that's necessarily like standard Jedi. So maybe
it would have the sleeves.
Oh, right.
That's like a different variation, because his tunic, the tan tunic, pops out, and then like normally the outer robe would have the sleeve with the long big bat sleeves. I don't know what the proper term is.
I like that term actually.
The bat sleeves.
I like that I really like the hood on this. I think this is like one of my favorite. I don't even know if you call it an accessory here, but I think the hood, I mean, I guess it's an accessory. Just because the way that it's like it's low profile, it kind of really lends to his whole, like if you just see him like that, it kind of really lends itself to like his whole persona, where he's got to stay low key because of the way the world is after Revenge. And
old man Kenobi. Well,
And
I had so much fun. Sorry, go ahead. I totally did not mean to interrupt you.
no, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of like nerding out over how great this is.
I know, and I was actually just about to say that I've been having so much fun watching you, like kind of dress the figure, showing us all the accessories, and I love kind of like seeing what the chat is saying, and I think they're pretty excited to win it. And this show is called See It to Win It. And in case you guys are tuning in, we are live. This is See It Win It, and yes, you can win that Mythos figure by Sideshow, and we are live everywhere on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and of course the Let Your Geek Side Show Facebook group. So I feel like I should drop a little secret code right about now. If you guys are ready, I don't know. Does the chat want it? Do they want
They keep
1,000 entry?
They keep sitting here like, have they dropped it yet? Did I miss it? Did I like? They're kind of on
it.
edge a little about it.
You have not missed it. The secret code. I'm going to give it to you right now. The secret code is not the droids. And make sure for the secret code when you guys enter it, and you can't enter it now. So stay tuned because we're going to show you how you're going to enter it. But the secret code, not the droids, when you enter it, it has to be in all caps, no spaces, just one word. Does that make sense? Not the droids, no spaces, all caps. Like you're yelling it into the galaxy when you're yelling at somebody on
into the forever cosmos. Yes.
Not the droids! So that is our secret code, and gosh, I'm a little jealous that people get to win this one because it looks. Oh, I love Star Wars, and it looks so cool.
Yeah, one of the many plights of us when we do these shows is like they're so great, but we don't actually get to win any of this stuff anymore.
but we get to look at it and admire it, and what we're
appreciate it. Yeah,
exactly.
And what's better than giving, especially at a time like this? We're giving it away. So
to you.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've thoroughly showed quite a bit of what some of the better. I mean, basically all of the accessories that come with this. I think honestly, one of the cool things that I didn't. Again, someone out there, please tell me like where in canon this is from, because again, everything on the Obi-Wan 6-scale mythos that we did is canon in some form. Like we pulled things from it to create the mythos piece. Like it's got this really rad grappling hook here.
Oh, so we have some people asking where they put the code. So later on at the end of the show,
yes,
I will be dropping the Gleam link. So stick around, guys.
Yes.
Wait, I have the point. Madison, she's gonna drop the link.
You gotta hold out for the link. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah. What we did is we did a little Jedi mind trick on you. I gave you the secret code, but you have nowhere to enter it yet because we're just gonna, I don't know, hang out with you guys for a little bit longer. So I'm not done geeking out over the mythos figure yet because I didn't ask Madison because she was busy. She's like multitasking over there. If you had your own nomad pack and you're trying to survive on Tatooine, like what would you put in there as your essential items? So for me and Paul, we were talking about like various forms of water or ways to farm moisture. Paul wants an iPad so he can continue to read his.
Yes.
I wonder how the Wi-Fi signal would be on Tatooine.
Ooh,
I mean, either super good or really bad.
I
mean, there's no in between.
I think that
pressure.
Sunscreen.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Because I am so pale, as you can see, and I burn easily, and I don't tan either. So I'm thinking sunscreen. I would want, because imagine the 3rd degree burn you could get from that sun. Oof. With the same, sunscreen. Sunscreen is the one thing that I would definitely want to pack.
Yeah, that's such a smart choice because. Like I didn't think about that. I was thinking survival, right? So I was like thinking food, entertainment, water, but I did not think at all like, hey, twin suns, you're dealing with not just one but two. So you might want to SPF it up.
Yeah, even though he's got all those robes on, it's long and it's blocking things, but like the sun still gets there. It still gets there. It's best to just cover up in the sunscreen too.
Can you imagine all like the UV rays from the two suns?
Oh my gosh!
Like, oh god, you're like shriveled like a raisin afterwards.
That would be a nightmare.
Madison, we did have Madison and Wendy, we did have a question. If people wanted to know, is it not the droid or not the droids, plural?
Yes, not the droids.
And the link to where you guys are going to use that code, it's going to be a Gleam link. We'll drop that at the end of the show. So write down the code somewhere, all caps, not the droids.
Not the droids.
Only one S though.
14 S's. 14. Yeah.
There are only how many S's?
Yes. This code provided to you by Sideshow Snake.
I feel like we're confusing our viewers. Not
no. Sorry.
The droids. No spaces. All caps. Not
one
the
S.
droids.
Don't listen to the
enunciate. Sorry.
Don't listen to this guy. But yeah, I mean, this is a absolutely fantastic piece. I think one of the things that we were talking about, speaking to everyone out there watching, whether it doesn't matter wherever you're watching, is what of this, or like how excited would you be to have like a lot of this in his show, right? I mean, there's so much history between 3 and 4, which is where the Obi-Wan 6-scale mythos, his mythos line takes place. Like, I mean, how much of that do we want like in the show, right? I mean,
all of it, because it's so mysterious. Like we don't really know. And I'm not sure. I haven't really read much of like the comics, the Star Wars comics, so I don't, if it was ever kind of discussed there, I don't have any knowledge of that. But if you guys do in the chat, go ahead and let us know. But I am really looking forward to it, and I'm curious to see in like what kind of like aesthetic they're gonna give, you know, the live action version of this. Like, is he going to be wearing something like like similar to the mythos, or is it going to be like very movie exact? Like, I am so excited to see that, because we got to see how nitty gritty things can get, and we saw that in the Mandalorian. So that just got me so much more excited for Obi-Wan. And I believe Deborah Chow is the person who is directing the entire series. And she directed some of my favorite episodes from the Mandalorian. So she's
incredible. Wait. Yeah.
Oh, so good. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really curious for everyone out there. Like, what are some things that to you personally is like a must-have in the Obi-Wan show? Because I think there's so many things that I think Obi-Wan is such a an iconic character, but also a character that has like, we've only, you know, he's an iceberg. You know, we've only seen the surface stuff. There's so much stuff out there. He's a hot iceberg, and that, you know, we really could see. I mean, I think what's great is, you know, I've mentioned it before, and I'll mention it again. Star Wars is not one of my like predominant fandoms, but I like that because I'm always learning about Star Wars. And I think there were some people out there that were in the comments somewhere that were saying that there's a Ben Kenobi novel that covers some of this too. So I'm curious to see like where, you know, Deborah Chow has so much to play with. I mean, where did, like, you know, it's like when you're writing a paper, it's like, where do you start?
Oh yeah.
Like, I wonder.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm so excited.
Oh man, and especially lately, since I'm getting all this like Clone Wars content, and to know like how right now it's really matching up with that timeline with Revenge of the Sith, and then with Obi-Wan, like the timeline it's going to be set in. I just can't wait, and I'm guessing it's going to be like the same like 8-episode series kind of a thing, and then they do like a second episode. But I mean, if I could have Obi-Wan episodes forever, I would. But I know eventually they're gonna have to catch up to the timeline, to what happens in A New Hope. So
yeah, and we have quite a few people here saying some of the things that they'd like to see. We've got Greg Heffernan Jr. over on Facebook saying he would love to see a flashback to like young Obi-Wan.
Paul, you just took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah, sorry. Madison is moderating and doing so much. I'm trying to help.
I was literally going to say that. I was like, oh, Paul's just going to say it for me. Cool.
On the same page.
I'm like, thank you.
Madison is constantly doing a million things. So, so thank you.
While looking very calm while she's doing it. Like,
yes,
you wouldn't know. She's like juggling 50 million things at once.
Yeah, reading every little word that everybody's saying and trying to like translate it. Okay, that's what's going on. Yeah.
Any other notable comments about Obi-Wan the show or the Mythos figure from the chat?
There's a lot of people are saying they want the background of Obi-Wan. That seems to be a very general statement on that. A lot of people are loving the figure. Some of them are wishing we had a Darth Vader Mythos figure, but who knows? Who knows what?
I mean, you know, if you guys put enough out into the universe, it could happen.
Yeah.
So just, you know, write to Sideshow and be like, hey, look, this is something I would buy. I would actually want that. I would actually want that. So I'm just thinking about it now. I'm like, wait, sorry.
Nicholas in the Facebook group wants an interaction with him and the Sand People.
Oh man, yes, I would.
I did like what let me see. Sorry, I know a couple people had said it, but where is the someone had said that they want to see Obi-Wan run into Maul again.
Yeah, we got to see a little bit of that in Star Wars Rebels.
Oh, okay. I don't want to spoil it.
But so good. So good. Sorry. I got too excited. Sorry. But you don't know exactly what happens. So
that's true.
It is quite vague, but if you have not watched Rebels, I highly recommend.
Ooh, Liz Warren said, I want to see some background on how Obi-Wan became a hermit.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much. I think
there's so much you can do within that timeline, and I think that's why I think we'll get multiple seasons of the show, as opposed to just like 2.
I hope
it's going to be so popular. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait.
I hope so. Just like how we probably were only expecting maybe 1 or 2 for the Mandalorian, but yet now they're talking about 3. So
wow, that's right.
So hopefully we'll get multiple of Obi-Wan as well.
It's endless. Like Disney Plus is just going to become like Star Wars.
It's just going to be Star Wars. Just rename it to Star Wars Plus and we'll be good.
Not complaining at all.
Yeah. Fine with that. Yeah, and I totally forgot that on his Jedi belt clip, his professional Jedi belt clip there, you can actually like hang the
Sorry guys, I have sun coming in all of a sudden.
The force is with you, Madison.
There we go. There we go. I'm got this bright light in my face.
Alrighty.
So the belt and the lightsaber clips on.
Yeah. So it hangs. It actually just it hangs out there. It just kind of clips right on.
It could be any of them, or is it just the
Anakin
one?
It could be any of them. And there's a little. I'm gonna put him back on the base really fast. Actually, on the pack, they kind of go on the bottom there. Sorry, I don't want to. Last thing I want to do is drop it in front of all of you people.
David Morris on YouTube said, I want to see Obi-Wan secretly saving baby Luke all the time.
Oh my god.
like
Leia's parent.
Yeah, just like he's like this little kid, he's like, oh god, no.
What about like just a montage with like ELO playing in the background and he's just like saving them from like walking off the cliff or something?
Yeah, he like walks up and he uses the force, he's like, whoop, come back down.
He's like this guy.
He's like he's trouble.
Yeah.
That's why all the gray hair.
Yeah. That's why he became a hermit.
These two these like leather straps right here. I don't know if you can like see them really well.
I see it.
But it's kind of like the best way I can describe it is like a friction fit. Like it doesn't key in perfectly or anything.
Yeah.
But it actually is just big enough for you to put the hilts of Qui-Gon and Anakin's lightsabers in there. So it opens up just enough, and while he's wearing the pack, you can see them, hanging from down here.
That's so cool.
It's such an insane detail that is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ooh. But
baby Luke's day out. It was a question. Sorry, I saw that.
That could be like a spin-off series, like a one-off.
Oh, geez.
That's just great.
4 episodes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Make it happen, Disney Plus.
So someone, Zoila Pascal over on Facebook, great segue. They want to know how they can win this figure.
Oh, well, that's perfect, because I think it's about time we come to an end of the show and we let them have the chance to finally win this figure. So Madison, who is doing 50 million things, she's going to be dropping the Gleam code into the chat, and you guys will follow the link there to enter the contest. And if you have the secret code, not the droids, all caps, no space, you can enter that for an additional 1,000 entries. Wow. So if you don't enter it, why don't do that? Enter it.
Yeah.
Enter the code, use it, get the 1,000. And you guys, I also want to make sure to remind you that this contest does end tonight at midnight. So like, don't sit there and wait. If she's dropping the code, go do it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. I want to thank Madison and Paul for hanging out with me, for Madison for multitasking, doing everything, to Paul for perfectly explaining all the accessories and the Mythos figure. You showed it off perfectly. Perfect.
I definitely wasn't playing with it for like 4 hours before the show.
You'd be late to the show and you were like, where is Paul?
Out of breath. Just don't worry about it.
Hey guys, I got the Mythos figure right here. Obi-Wan.
Enter the contest, everyone.
I think
Enter
I
the
have
contest.
dropped the link everywhere, so everybody should be able to get it now. Just want to make sure everybody is aware that I have dropped it, because I know sometimes those chats
they're still looking.
Yeah,
for
so
it.
I'll drop it one more time just so that
Thank you,
people make sure that they got it.
Thank you so much. So thank you all for joining. You guys have been amazing. Thank you for interacting with us. I love hearing you guys' like questions, asking about more about the figure, what you want to see in the Kenobi show. And that's what we do the show for. It's for you guys. We want to chat with you. We want to interact with you. We want to show you really cool figures. So make sure you are looking for that Gleam link to enter the contest so you can win the Obi-Wan Mythos figure by Sideshow. You can head to side.show/see Obi-Wan. And is that wrong? Wait, oh no, I lost it. I don't know what, but yes, follow the Gleam contest. Don't forget that it ends tonight at midnight. It's such a cool figure. I would hate for you guys to miss out on the opportunity. And you guys, don't forget that we are live every day at 4 p.m. PST with the giveaway and all the shows. And if you want to make sure you keep up to date with all of our show schedules, you can follow Sideshow on Instagram or on Twitter. That's Collect Sideshow on Twitter, and I think it's Sideshow. Oh God, I'm missing
Sideshow. Yeah,
Collectibles. Is it just Sideshow
on
Collectibles
Instagram?
On Instagram? There it is. So make sure you guys follow along there, and you make sure you guys join our Facebook group. It's the Let Your Geek Sideshow Facebook group. Join that, because there's additional contests that are going on there, very exclusive just for the group. So come join us. We have cookies, and we have a great time over there. And you guys, don't forget, we will see you on Monday at 4 p.m. PST on Unsealed and Revealed, and that's going to be with my friends Jeff May and Guy Klender. Hey, thank you guys so much for sticking around. Thank you again to Paul, to Madison for doing so much. You guys are amazing. Win that figure. Do us proud. Good luck to all of you, and we will see you next time. Don't forget to stay in Sideshow, and don't forget to let your geek side show.
Geek side show.
Let your geek side show. Let it go.
Sideshow.
I feel like Sideshow go.
Ooh.
Banter, banter, banter.
Will.
I feel like I'm doing an interpretive dance.
Oh wait, hold on.